Welcome to Tech New Tips, your go-to channel for the latest and greatest in groundbreaking technology. Today, we're diving into something so mind-blowing you won't believe your eyes. Ever wondered if an egg could survive a baseball hit? Or if a watermelon could bounce instead of breaking? Well, get ready to witness the magic of the world's hardest coating, Lanx. Let's jump right in. This is Lanx, the world's hardest spray-on coating. It's so tough that it can turn fragile objects into nearly indestructible ones. Let's start with a simple test, an egg. Normally, if you drop it, it's game over, right? But after we apply Lanx, well, let's see what happens. Just a few sprays and voila! Now let's put it to the test. Ready? I'm going to throw it like a baseball. Unbelievable, right? It's as solid as a rock, and I'm not even worried about it cracking. Let's move on to something a bit flimsier. A regular paper cup. Usually this would crumple under the slightest pressure. But once we spray it with Lanx, look at that. Even with full weight on it, the cup stays perfectly intact. This coating doesn't just make things tough, it also adds incredible flexibility. Now let's go bigger. A watermelon. Normally you drop it and it's a mess. But after we apply Lanx, not only does it not break, it bounces. How crazy is that? So what makes Lanx so special? This spray contains a quick-drying agent that forms a high-density protective layer over anything it covers. It's super thin, so it doesn't change the shape or size of what you spray it on. But that layer is tough as nails. This isn't just a gimmick. Lanx coating really is like a real-life version of iron armor for everyday objects. Whether it's eggs, paper cups, or even watermelons, this coating adds an incredible layer of protection. What would you coat with Lanx? Let me know in the comments below. Imagine being 80 meters above the ocean with only one way out, a high-tech escape slide. Curious? Let's check it out. This unique escape system is a life-saving innovation that could mean the difference between life and death in an emergency situation. It's called the Escape Slide, and it's specifically designed for deep-sea drilling platforms like this one, towering 80 meters above the ocean. When disaster strikes, this could be your lifeline. So, how does it work? A large nylon slide is lowered from the platform all the way down to the water. Staff can slide down through several segments of tilted nets inside the chute, which slow their descent and safely guide them to the base. And here's where things get even more interesting. At the bottom of the slide is an inflatable life raft, which is automatically deployed and stabilized when it hits the water. But that's not all. Along with the main life raft, two white floating barrels come down with it. These barrels contain more inflatable life rafts. When the slide fills with more escaping workers, they simply pull on the attached rope, which opens the barrels like clamshells, releasing the compressed rubber boats. In under a minute, these additional boats inflate, each capable of holding up to 20 people. With this setup, up to 159 workers can be evacuated safely in just 10 minutes. That's the kind of speed you need in a real emergency, where every second counts. Some might think, why not just jump into the ocean? Well, let me tell you, that's not a good idea. From the platform to the water is as high as the Statue of Liberty. Jumping would put immense pressure on your body. Even if you survive the jump, there's another issue, the marine life. Workers regularly feed the fish around the platform, so you might just find yourself surrounded by hungry fish mistaking you for a snack. This escape system is not only fast and efficient, but it's designed to keep you safe from both the dangers of a jump and the underwater predators. So if you're ever on a deep-sea drilling platform, this might just be the device that saves your life. An incredible speed bump that will either protect your tires or pop them. Curious? Let's get into it. You've seen speed bumps before, but have you ever seen one with actual spikes? Yep, that's right. This unique speed bump has spikes that won't damage your tires, but only if you're driving the right way. Drive forward, no problem. But reverse over it, and in under 3 seconds, your tires will be completely deflated. Let's take a closer look at how it works. Inside this speed bump is a spring-loaded system with a row of hidden metal spikes that rise up when activated. If you're following the rules of the road, the spikes will retract harmlessly as your car passes over. But if you're trying to reverse over it, sorry, there's no escaping this. The spikes rise and puncture your tires instantly, punishing drivers who try to cheat or drive the wrong way. So, why such a drastic design? Well, it's meant to reduce accidents caused by wrong-way driving. By enforcing the rules with spikes, it's designed to keep drivers in check, especially in areas like one-way streets or parking lots where reversing can cause major traffic problems. It's a literal fight fire with fire solution. But wait, there's more. There's another kind of speed bump that's just as clever but a bit less intense. This one is filled with a non-Newtonian fluid, a substance that acts soft and squishy when pressure is applied slowly, but becomes solid when hit with force. Drive over it carefully, and it feels like you're gliding over cotton. But if you try to speed through, you'll feel the bump jolt right through your seat, reminding you to slow down. These two speed bumps serve the same goal, forcing drivers to slow down, but they do it in very different ways. The spiked bump punishes reckless driving, while the fluid-filled one uses the laws of physics to gently remind you to hit the brakes. So, the next time you see one of these, you'll know it's there to keep everyone safe. Which of these speed bumps would you like to see on your streets? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Tech New Tips for more awesome innovations that are changing the world around us. Thanks for watching, and drive safe. Imagine a giant fountain of mud shooting 200 feet into the air and even burying entire villages. Sounds intense, right? Well, let's find out more. So, what exactly is a mud volcano? Unlike a typical volcano, which erupts with molten lava, a mud volcano shoots out mud, gases, and even water. And when it erupts, the muddy geyser can soar up to 200 feet into the air. It may not be as hot as a lava volcano, but the damage it can cause is no joke. Believe it or not, when a mud volcano is stable, people actually jump into them for a nice, warm bath. The mud's temperature stays at around 28 degrees Celsius, 82 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes it pretty comfortable. People cover themselves in the mud, claiming it has skin whitening and skincare benefits thanks to all the minerals inside. But let's be honest, it's not exactly a spa that everyone would be eager to visit. Here's the catch, though. Mud volcanoes aren't always calm. When they erupt, it's a completely different story. Mud and gas explode from the ground, spewing dangerous chemicals like methane and ethane into the air. These gases can easily ignite, creating fiery explosions that turn a muddy mess into a real danger zone. One of the most dramatic mud volcano eruptions happened years ago when an entire village was flooded with mud. It shot up to 200 feet high and buried homes, leaving hundreds of people without a place to live. Although mud doesn't burn buildings like lava, the sheer force of the eruption can cause destruction on a massive scale. So while mud volcanoes might seem like a fun place to take a mud bath, the truth is they can turn dangerous in an instant. With gases that can explode and mud flows that can bury entire areas, these natural wonders are not something to be taken lightly. Would you dare to visit one of these? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you thought today's topic was fascinating, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Tech New Tips for more incredible discoveries and natural phenomena. And remember, even mud can be dangerous. Stay curious and see you in the next video. Today, we're diving into the incredible but dangerous world of aircraft carrier arresting cables. These cables may look simple, but they're vital for landing jets on a carrier deck. Let's see how these seemingly fragile ropes can stop a fighter jet in its tracks, and the risks involved. When a fighter jet lands on an aircraft carrier, it relies on a special cable system known as arresting cables. These thick steel cables, often as wide as an adult's arm, are designed to stop jets in just a few seconds. Without them, pilots would be flying straight off the deck and into the ocean. The moment a jet touches down, a hook under the plane's tail catches onto one of the cables. The plane is still speeding at full throttle, just in case it needs to take off again. But the arresting cable absorbs all that energy and brings the plane to a quick stop. Imagine stopping a speeding fighter jet in less than 100 meters. Now here's where things get dangerous. These arresting cables are under extreme tension. When they snap, they're like giant whips. In one terrifying incident, a cable snapped, injuring multiple crew members and damaging the aircraft. The force of a snapping cable is so powerful that it can even slice through metal and send people flying. Here's something you might not know. When a pilot is landing on an aircraft carrier, the plane stays in full throttle mode the entire time. Why? Because if they miss the arresting cable, they need enough speed to take off again and circle around for another attempt. This is a backup measure to ensure safety, even though the chances of missing all 4 arresting cables are very slim. With only a few hundred feet to land, aircraft arresting cables are the lifeline for successful carrier landings. A single aircraft carrier can have up to 4 cables. Even if a pilot misses the first 3, there's still a final cable as a safety net. Without this system, naval aviation simply wouldn't be possible. While these cables are designed to be strong, accidents do happen. In one notable incident, a snapping cable wreaked havoc on the flight deck, injuring crew members and severely damaging the jet. This is why regular maintenance and inspections are crucial for keeping everyone safe. The next time you see a fighter jet land on a carrier, remember those tiny arresting cables are doing some serious work, stopping thousands of pounds of metal in seconds. That's the power of technology and precision. If you enjoyed learning about this amazing tech, be sure to like the video, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a new episode from Tech New Tips. Ever seen a road laying machine that works like a rolling garage door? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a look at this fascinating German invention designed to pave roads for heavy military vehicles. Let's dive in. This machine looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie. It works like a rolling door, but instead of rolling metal shutters, it's laying down road plates. As the truck moves slowly, these large iron plates are continuously unrolled and spread across muddy or rough terrain, transforming the ground into a solid road in just minutes. This efficient road-laying system was invented in Germany for military purposes, specifically to allow tanks and armored vehicles to traverse difficult terrain, like muddy fields, snow, or sandy beaches. It's an absolute game changer when heavy vehicles need to move fast through areas that would usually be impossible to pass. Let's talk numbers. This road-laying beast can create 50 meters of road in just 6 minutes. That's 164 feet of brand new road, ready for heavy-duty vehicles to cross over tricky terrain as if it were a smooth highway. Whether it's a shallow river, a snowy path, or a muddy plain, this machine handles it all. Standing 11.2 meters long and weighing a massive 18 tons, this military engineering marvel packs a 365 horsepower engine that can reach speeds of up to 90 kilometers per hour. The road plates themselves are made from aluminum alloy, designed with interconnected hexagonal blocks. They even have an anti-slip plastic surface to prevent vehicles from skidding. This machine isn't just about speed, it's about strength too. The road plates can support up to 70 tons, meaning even the heaviest military vehicles can pass through without getting stuck. Whether it's sand, mud, snow, or soft ground, the road plates ensure a smooth and reliable crossing. This road-laying machine isn't just useful for military operations. In the event of a natural disaster, where roads are blocked or destroyed, this machine can quickly create new roads to help rescue teams and vehicles reach disaster zones. Imagine how helpful that is when time is of the essence. The most brilliant part of this machine is its foldable design. Once the road is laid, it can be easily collected and folded up for future use. The compact folding system allows more road plates to be stored on the truck. so there's no embarrassing moment where you run out of plates halfway through laying the road. So there you have it, the incredible road-laying machine that paves the way for tanks, armored vehicles, and even rescue teams. What do you think? Could this be the future of quick road building? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay updated on more amazing tech like this. Thanks for watching Tech New Tips, and we'll see you in the next one. Today, we've got something for all the farmers out there. Imagine a machine that can not only identify and pull weeds, but do it entirely on its own. No more bending down, no more tedious hours in the fields. Let's check out how these futuristic weed-pulling machines are changing the game for agriculture. Right in front of you is the latest in agricultural technology, a machine that automatically pulls weeds from young vegetable seedlings. The key question we're answering today: can machines really replace manual weeding? This invention could be the answer. No matter the type of weed, as long as the machine detects something that's not a planted vegetable, it springs into action. This machine is equipped with a recognition system that identifies the difference between crops and weeds. Once it locks onto a weed, it uses mechanical clamps to descend, grab the weed, and yank it out, root and all, before tossing it aside. Talk about precision. And the best part? It's completely autonomous. Once you input the type of crop being grown in a given area and set its route, the machine will move along the designated path, pulling weeds all on its own. It's a true farmer's helper, making sure your crops get the nutrients they need without competition from pesky weeds. This machine isn't the only one making weeding easier. There are tons of different inventions out there. For instance, some machines are designed to prevent weeds from regrowing. Instead of pulling them out, they shred the weeds into tiny pieces using a circular rotating blade, grinding the roots down to ensure they can't grow back. Want something even simpler? Some machines use iron rods that move up and down. When they detect a weed, the rods press down and zap the weeds with electricity, killing them instantly. It's fast, efficient, and perfect for large areas. Now here's the amazing part. All of these machines can run on both solar power and batteries. With an operating speed of 360 meters per hour, these machines can clear an entire hectare of weeds in just 18 hours. That's incredible efficiency. So there you have it. Weed-pulling machines that are revolutionizing farming, making life easier for farmers, and boosting crop health. Whether they're pulling, cutting, or zapping weeds, these machines are the future of agriculture. What do you think? Could these machines replace traditional methods on your farm? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more amazing tech like this. Thanks for watching Tech New Tips, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ever wondered how fiberglass is sprayed onto surfaces? Let's break it down. Take a close look. This is how fiberglass is sprayed. A worker holds a chopper gun, spraying fiberglass evenly over an object, in this case a bow. After the surface is covered, a roller is used to press it down, bonding it together into a tough, corrosion-resistant shell. This technique is widely used in crafting the outer layers of cars and boats, providing them with added durability. But fiberglass doesn't start out as tiny strands like this. It begins as one long, continuous fiber. And here's something cool. Fiberglass by itself isn't sticky at all. The reason workers use a roller is to ensure the bonding resin, not the fiberglass, holds everything together. Now, where does the resin come from? Let's find out. So how does this long strand of fiberglass get transformed into countless fine strands? It all happens inside the chopper gun. Inside the gun, there are two cylinders. The white cylinder feeds the long strand of fiberglass into the gun, while the silver one is covered in small grooves, each holding a tiny cutting blade. As both cylinders rotate, they cut the fiberglass into short, manageable pieces. These pieces are then sprayed out at high pressure, creating that cloud of fine fibers. But there's more. Just below the spray nozzle, there's a second nozzle that sprays resin, which is the adhesive material. As the fiberglass and resin are sprayed together, They land in overlapping layers on the surface. At this point, they look a bit messy, but with the help of a roller, they're pressed flat, evenly distributing the resin and fiberglass. Once the resin dries, it forms a hard, protective layer. This method of spraying fiberglass is used in many industries, from protecting the hulls of boats to reinforcing the bodies of cars. The end result? A super strong, lightweight, and corrosion-resistant shell that can withstand the harshest conditions. So now you know how fiberglass goes from long strands to a tough, protective shell with just a chopper gun and some resin. Pretty amazing, right? If you found this process as fascinating as I did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell icon to stay updated with more incredible tech videos from Tech New Tips. Thanks for watching and see you next time.